This is my team composition to go against the fairy team. The big threats I'm looking out for are Primarina, Sylveon, Floette, Mega Mawile, and Prankster status spreaders. Mega Skarmory's here to one-hit KO Mega Floette with Iron Head, and it has a 50% chance to one-hit KO Mega Mawile with Drill Run after a Sword Stance increase. We are going max speed to outspeed Alolan Ninetales. To help set up Sword Stance for Skarmory, we have Pavilion holding Focus Sash. Rage Powder will ensure we get a Sword Stance set up, and we can also Sleep Spam with near 100% accurate Sleep Powder thanks to its ability Compound Eyes. Tailwind provides some extra support and more speed control coverage, and Struggle Bug will lower the opponent's output. Talonflame is a very versatile Pokemon in the team. First of all, we have Priority Tailwind thanks to the Gale Wings ability. Secondly, it has 1 point extra speed than max speed Whimsicott, so Sharkbeak Bravefed one-hit KO max defense Whimsicott before Whimsicott can set up Tailwind. Flare Blitz will also one-hit KO Mega Mawile, with helping hand support from Rotom Fan. Rotom Fan is going to be a full support Pokemon. We hit the 128 speed stat with a special defense increased nature to ensure that we outspeed Alchemy, Sylveon, Primarina, and then we put the remaining stat points into bulk to survive as long as possible. Electro Web helps out with speed control if we are unable to set up Tailwind or suffer Dedenne Nuzzle Paralysis. Helping Hand ensures Talonflame can one-hit KO Mega Mawile. Light Screen is vital as most of the Pokemon we will be facing will be a special attacker. Again, the speed control is crucial to ensure we set up Light Screen before the opponent's move. Lentil Herb means we don't get trapped in via Prankster on the core. I debated Will-O-Wisp versus Reflect, but since the fairies are more special based, I was fine taking the risk of a less accurate move to get some chip damage down if my answer to Mega Mawile was absent. Next we have Mega Charizard Y. The Drought ability reduces Primarina's output. We one-hit KO a lot of threats as well. This is a super aggressive Pokemon into the fairy team which they will struggle to handle. We are going max speed to speed time max speed Gardevoir. And for the last Pokemon, Gyarados was initially on the team, holding Soft Sand. Max attack Adamant Nature Gyarados would have one-hit KO Mega Mawile with Earthquake after one Dragon Dance, with helping hand support from Rotom. After looking through my available Pokemon, I remembered the technique I'd trained for in Scarlet and Violet and forgotten about, so whilst I was preparing for another battle, the true answer to almost every threat on the fairy team revealed itself to me, being Staraptor. Now, I know we already have 2 Megs on the team, and do we need a third? Absolutely not. The sole reason Gyarados was on the team was to deal with Mega Mawile. But to get Gyarados in place to deal with Mega Mawile, we need to set up 1 Dragon Dance with Rotom Helping Hand support, or 2 Dragon Dances without Rotom Helping Hand. With Flinches, Paralysis, Speed Control and Dedenne all potential thorns in the side, Staraptor shines through at the top with the ultimate answer with Final Gambit. Only Sylveon, Grimmsnarl, Clefable, Azumarill and Aromatisse have more HP than Staraptor. And I would assume Sylveon would lose some HP investment for speed. That means that a Choice Scarf, regular Staraptor, can one-hit KO Tinkaton, Mega Floette, Mega Mawile, Gardevoir, Ninetales and Primarina. We also have Brick Break for destroying screens if Grimmsnarl comes in and sets up Light Screen and Reflect, U-turn to break Mimikyu's Disguise and to reset Intimidate, and Brave Bird for some damage if Final Gambit is not an option. Skarmory can also be quite oppressive with Sword Stance in its base form, which enables me to bring in both Charizard and Skarmory, leaving the opponent to scratch their head to figure out which one Mega evolves. Corviknight was hard to leave behind. Ideally I would have loved to bring it, but the Pokemon that would have had to be left behind would have been Rotom Fan. Rotom Fan just brings vital support that the team needs. Setting up Sword Stance could be crucial, which is where Pavilion needs a place within the team, and with fairy Pokemon being more special orientated rather than physical, Coffee Knight seems like the wrong pick, and Iron Defense Body Press just doesn't fit in with this team.